Well, it's a great pleasure, Prime Minister, to finally meet you. We've spoken, and I've admired your work and your leadership across a huge range of issues, from leadership in CARICOM, leadership on climate, leadership in our bilateral relations. It's one of Canada's most important relationships, and I'm looking forward to further strengthening it.
Likewise, Jamaica is looking forward to continuing the work that we have been doing with Canada. Canada is a major bilateral partner of Jamaica, and we have shared history, Commonwealth, and Canada has done an incredible job in supporting not just Jamaica, but CARICOM as a whole on critical matters such as Haiti, on climate, and financing for development. So we look forward to continuing the work.
Fantastic. So we have a lot to do.
Last month, 2 months back, I visited Jamaican Stock Exchange. The population of Jamaica as an island is only 3 million. And they have listed 120 companies. 92% of those are local companies. Here in Kenya, we are a population of 55 million. We only have 65 companies. You can imagine. So we went as I was representing Rwanda Stock Exchange as the chairman of the exchange in Rwanda, to fact find what is it that they do that we are not doing here. Why should companies be running into their market and we are not successfully doing it here? And what we found was that there is a segment they call junior market. It's like the mid-tier segment. Anybody who wants to list in that area, you don't pay any corporate tax for 5 years. And then for the next 5 years, you pay only 50% of the corporate tax. In Kenya, there was a time, if you are to list in the market, you'd be paying 20% of the corporate tax, which was discounted from the 30%. So this is something we felt should be introduced in the regional governments to know that it will help the companies or the exchanges to increase the numbers of listed companies, which will grow by not paying the corporate tax, because that money which they were to pay as tax is reinvested back in the market. So it's something that we need to lobby with, probably talk to our Capital Markets Authority, tell them to request the government to support this so that it can go. Another thing we found in Jamaica is that the people who market the product is not just the market players. The stock exchange does a lot of it. It goes in the field, talks to people about the benefits of the market, and then once they're able to tie in something, they invite the stockbrokers and the investment banks to come and pitch on that.
Hello guys, welcome to Auntie Yami channel. If you are new to this channel, because I know you guys, you've been showering love to your auntie, make sure you stay and sit on that couch wherever you are and continue supporting this channel. You are so welcome in this family, because auntie here, Auntie Yami, is here to provide to you organic stuff. I don't do backdated stuff. It's always organic, new, what is happening. This channel is about reality. Reality updates. And if you are new, this channel is about news and politics. I always make sure that I provide to you what is going to open your ears, open your eyes on what is happening, reality about the PM Holness of Jamaica, who has always made me to praise him because of his vision to Jamaica, because of what he's providing to Jamaica, what he's building, what he's done so far, and even what he's planning to do with all his ministers. As I'm talking to you, he's not in Jamaica, he's in New York at the 80th United Nations Assembly Conference. And wow, he's been meeting with other leaders. And what has touched my heart today is the meeting with PM Mark Carney of Canada. He wasn't the only one. You won't believe these Caribbean leaders I came across. Even PM Mottley of Barbados, she also met PM of Canada. And do you know what? They've got these two leaders, Holness and Mottley. They've got something in common. Very interesting. They discussed issues about Haiti. They discussed issues about how their country relationship is working. And that caught my eyes. I'm like, why not sharing? But before I go there, hey, Jamaicans, you must be always proud of your Prime Minister, Holness. I always say this, not because it's content, but because it's reality. He's been talking about how in 2016, the time they took over government, there was financial crisis. But what did they do? They managed to deal with the debt, paid off part of the debt. And the Jamaican economy is growing. And some people who have bad mind, what have they been saying? Hey. Oh, that's not true. It is true. Let me make you proud, Jamaicans, because this PM Holness, you are so blessed to have him. He is God chosen. Hey. Preach, Auntie Yami. I always preach. And today is the day. Even if he's not there, but he managed to make this statement. Let me read before we go and explain about what they discussed with PM of Canada and what even Mottley discussed with PM of, which I feel like is just how these two popular leaders in the Caribbean knows about how the thing works, what they want for their people. That's why I'm so proud of these leaders. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as we read the message by, is it speech? It's not speech, message by our Prime Minister Holness, the Honorable, the One Holiness. That's what 1 p.m. 1 Holiness, 1 p.m. Watch this space. Jamaica long-term ratings raised to BB from BB minus. Now it's BB, that means positive. When it's plus, it's positive. It changed from negative to positive. On stronger institutions, outlook is positive. I said it to you. I'm so proud of this Prime Minister. What is it all about? Because people like you and me, we might not know what it means. You know, this financial thing, economics terms or financial terms, it's not easy. Even me, I was confused, but I thought, no, I have to read. I have to understand. So let's listen to this. Maybe you don't know. I've told you already that where the Prime Minister is Andrew Holness and his ministers, Johnson Smith and others, the whole entourage, they are working day and night. They are not just there partying or you name it, or feasting. No. They are working for Jamaicans, for a better Jamaican. Now this is the news. Earlier today, S&P Global Ratings announced an upgrade of Jamaica's long-term credit rating from BB minus, which is negative, to BB positive. This upgrade reflects Jamaica's sustained debt reduction because this government has been paying off the debt. A decade of effective and predictable fiscal policy and continued strengthening of our institutional framework. I love positiveness. That's what I love. Your auntie loves positive. That's why I'm always settling down here in Jamaica. I feel like I'm in Jamaica. I feel part of Jamaica. I feel Jamaican, whether you like it or not. Because at the end of the day, this is where positivity is. I'm happy to spread this positivity to the world because other leaders, they need to learn from their mistakes. This is what I always say. I'm not doing just this for pleasure or whatsoever, but I'm doing this so that leaders out there, those corrupt leaders out there, who doesn't know what they are doing, they need to see what Prime Minister Holness is doing. With this upgrade, Jamaica now stands just 2 notches below investment grade. The positive outlook signals that further upgrades are possible as we continue to lower the debt burden and accelerate economic growth. It doesn't mean that it's the end. We have to continue because already we are getting into positivity. We are not in a burden anymore. Everyone now wants to go and invest in Jamaica. That's why the Prime Minister Andrew Holness is busy meeting all these leaders. Guys, I've got one video from a Kenyan economist. I'll play it and tell you what he's talking about Jamaica. Hey! A stronger credit rating means Jamaica can borrow at lower cost. You know, when you are owing a lot of money, those countries means they have to pay a lot of interest. But now Jamaica, each and every one will want to borrow money to Jamaica with little interest. Because Jamaica, they've got a lot of savings there now. Now they are so sitting there very comfortably, rather than 2016 and above, not above, below. Those years Jamaica was in financial crisis. No more that, my people. This is what we call good leadership. They know what they are doing. This government is ideal government to rule Jamaica, to make Jamaica look great, more and more. It's already great, but more and more. Every time when I hear this type of news, I don't sleep. I'm like, do you know what? I need to go and share with Jamaicans and my brothers and sisters around the world. Just come. It's not only about Jamaica. My fellow Africans, Europeans, Americans, come and listen to this. Don't underestimate Jamaican Prime Minister because he's there to demonstrate that, you know what? From economic crisis, we can twist it within 9 years and come up with positive. attract more investment. I said it. And redirect savings in debt service towards better roads, reliable water, affordable housing, quality schools and hospitals, and greater opportunities for our people. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, I respect you, Mr. Prime Minister, because Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in each and every speech, he doesn't forget delivering for Jamaicans. Jamaicans, you are so blessed. This is not a joke. Oh. Auntie Yami, you know, nowadays is becoming like a bit, you call it, but this is not a mistake. It's reality. Take me serious at once. This is not the final milestone. It's not the end. We are already started a lot of projects being promised with our Minister of Education, Tourism Minister, and already in New York, we are trying to have these bilateral meetings with other states out there. Hey. But one more step forward in Jamaicans' journey to reform and growth. That's what the Prime Minister said. All Jamaicans in diaspora, come back and invest. Be part of the growth. This is the words from Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Guys, sometimes listen to my videos. I always bring that old speech by the Prime Minister. Maybe that speech was made 2022, 2023. But now this is reality. That's why I always bring archive and try to show you that this was said, but now it's been put into reality. Hey. With continued discipline, unity, and focus, we will achieve investment grade status and secure lasting prosperity to our nation. This is the words from Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Guys, what are you thinking? Don't you think this is good news? This is what we've been talking about, that leave those naysayers continue to talk. Do you know why they've got bad mind? It's just because they envy this Prime Minister. They wanted to destroy this economic growth. They wanted to destroy the vision of this Prime Minister and his government. But the God of JLP and Andrew Holness and all the government ministers did not listen to them, because he knew that Jamaicans are God-fearing people. Jamaicans deserve the best. That's why it did not work. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. And also let me take this advantage to thank you, all my subscribers, wherever you are, new and returning subscribers. Oh my God, kudos to you. Thank you very much. One love, always one love. Continue to shower your Auntie Yami with your love and blessings. That support by itself is making me come here and talk to you freely, because I'm so excited that, you know what, I was part of the bloggers who came here and acknowledged Jamaicans that this is the right Prime Minister. Let this Prime Minister Andrew Holness come back for third term from the beginning until the end. Why was I like that? Because this is the evidence. He's so happy. You know, when you know what you are doing, you don't get stuck. You always feel good, because no one can come and challenge you, because you're going to say, oh, you are challenging me? Look at this. It's not me. It's not PM Holness or Auntie Ami. It's what the world, the IMF, is seeing. Jamaicans, I love you. You know the word love is now, today is like 40 O's. Because you Jamaicans and you people everywhere, whether you are African, you see your African sister, how she is here praising Prime Minister Andrew Holness from Jamaica and his government, just because go and see the type of ministers who are in Jamaica. Very knowledgeable, very smart. That's what we call smart people. They always go for smart targets. Hey, guys, I said, as you listen to the videos by PM Holness and Mottley, Barbados Prime Minister, why did they all meet Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada? I'll explain to you, because you have seen the videos. Unless if you want me to play those videos again, let me pray for you full videos what they were talking about. First of all, let's listen to our Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Already I've read what they were talking about. No, I'm gonna read to you what they were talking about. What was the conversation between our Prime Minister Andrew Holness and PM Carney? Do you know he was governor of Bank of England? Very intelligent man. Then he left here and became PM of Canada. What is it about Haiti? One day we need to talk about Haiti. Jamaicans, what I love about PM Holness, he doesn't want to talk only about Jamaica. I said to you, he's the chair of CARICOM. So he's there representing Caribbean states, those small islands, so that there can be peace in Haiti. Haitians can be happy again. This is what is all about. Let's say, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Prime Minister Carney meeting at the 80th United Nations General Assembly, UNGA 80, based on media and UNGA 80. The meeting took place on the margins of the 18th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. It was a bilateral meeting between Prime Minister Carney, Canada, and Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica, who is the chair of CARICOM. During the meeting, the two leaders discussed strengthening ties between Canada and Jamaicans. That's the beginning. Areas of discussions included trade, security, commerce, and cooperation through the Canada-CARICOM strategy partnership. The meeting signals desire by Jamaica to maintain and deepen its relationship with Canada. That is very important. Deepening relationship between Canada and Jamaica, especially via CARICOM mechanisms. For Canada, it reflects its efforts to diversify diplomatic and economic partnership in the Caribbean region. You know what, guys? Everyone needs another person. Jamaica cannot work on its own without depending on another country. Another country also, whether big or small, Canada also need Jamaica. This is how it goes like that. So bear in mind, let's continue. For Haiti's crisis has been a recurrent issue in Caribbean and international diplomacy. The joint expression of concern and the funding commitment underscore that Canada and Jamaica see common interest in stabilizing Haiti and enhancing security in the Caribbean. We need security in the Caribbean. That's what it's all about. This is very important. Without security, there won't be economic growth. There won't be all those infrastructure. So the first thing is about security. That's why Prime Minister Andrew Holness, he's fighting crime in and out, because that's very important. Meeting at UNGA gives both leaders a platform to advance their foreign policy agendas. For Holness, showing up in the global forum helps Jamaica above its weight on issues like climate change and it helps Haiti enhancing security in the Caribbean. Meeting at UNGA gives both leaders a platform to advance their foreign policy agendas. It's very important to advance foreign policy agendas. For Holness, showing up in global forums helps Jamaica punch above its weight on issues like climate change and development. For Carney, it helps situate Canada in global leadership debates in his new premiership. The 60 million from Canada to Haiti / maritime security is concrete outcome accompanying diplomatic talks. It anchors the meeting in actionable commitments, not just rhetoric. This is what they discussed about. As I explained to you, I'm not going to explain more and more and more. I think I've made it clear and analyze what it's all about. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, as we also play a video about Mottley, PM of Barbados, meeting with PM of Canada, Carney, and after I'll explain to you what they discussed. As you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Honor to meet with you in my new capacity.
That's right.
I've benefited as the world has, as Barbados has, the Caribbean, but the world truly has from your leadership in sustainable finance, in challenging the international institutions, all our institutions, to really serve our citizens. And I look forward to working together. J'ai hâte de travailler ensemble avec les relations bilatérales, avec le CARICOM et toutes les grandes institutions financières mondiales.
Thank you. And I'm glad that my French is still a little
You
bit to
got it.
remember and understand everything. I want to thank you, Prime Minister. As you said, this is the first time we're meeting in this new capacity. So let me publicly congratulate you. I've done so in the past. But I do believe that the work that you've come to do is critical not only for Canada, but the hemisphere and the world. We have a number of areas of mutual concern that we want to continue to work with. Canada is one of Barbados' most trusted partners, and even some of your officials I know very well in other places. And I'm hoping that we can understand better what is happening in Haiti. We can understand better where we're positioning ourselves with the development finance. You, more than most, now appreciate the importance of ensuring that high finance meets low pockets across the countries that we're living. And that may mean a shift in the perspective as to whether we can continue to finance development with short-term capital, or whether we make it real and reflective of the lives of people who have to develop in order to help earn monies that are borrowed and invested. And then, of course, finally, on the issues that have us all on the front line, you had wildfires, we have hurricanes, we have sargassum, and however you choose to term it, I cannot change the reality of the consequences to people's lives and livelihoods, and that is what we must focus on rather than focusing on language and syntax.
Very good. Very well said in any official language. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. As you know, the chair of CARICOM, PM Holness, is there in New York. So, PM Mottley did not repeat because normally she has to leave the chair to discuss more. But being PM of Barbados, and you know Mottley is also strong, she went on to talk about and support the PM of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, what he said. What did she do and what did they discuss? The meeting was confirmed. Prime Minister of Canada and PM Mottley met at the 80th United Nations Assembly Conference. It said that Carney met with Mottley and they discussed renewing the Canada-CARICOM strategy partnership. As you can see, she's also trying really hard to support the chair, Prime Minister Holness, about partnership. That is very important because she was the chair of CARICOM, or I can say she's outgoing. And she knows how it works. That's why I always say I love these two leaders. They are very strong. With an emphasis on diversifying trade and strengthening regional security cooperation. Andrew Holness talked about security, partnership, strengthening partnership between these countries. And Mottley even talked about the same thing. They also addressed global issues. She is one of the campaigners who will talk openly about climate change. After this, I'll also play one video where she talked in Egypt. She made a speech, that's what I have to say, about climate change. And you know this woman is very strong. She is strong like Andrew Holness. They also addressed global issues, in particular the situation in Haiti. As you can see, it's about Haiti. We need peace in the Caribbean. We cannot continue to grow if there's no peace. And she knows that peace will make the Caribbean grow because Caribbean states have got everything. Oil, gold, you name it. And agreed on the need of expanded international support to bring longer-term stability of Haiti. We need a stable Haiti. Guys, you know about Haiti. You know what is happening in Haiti. And each and every leader around the world, even at the United Nations conference, most of leaders, even from Africa, they've been concerned about Haiti's situation. The two leaders agreed to remain in close contact through other multilateral forums and that autumn. This is what is all about. Guys, both of these leaders, they've got that vision about the Caribbean. That's why I thought, let me talk about them together because there's all similarities you've seen. They talked about Haiti, both of them, global partnership, and security, and more, etc., etc. This is what it's all about. That's why I always say I love intelligent leaders with wisdom. That's why I always praise Prime Minister Holness. And most of the time, if you go back to my videos, I will bring Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, because she's that strong woman who will say everything as it is without no fear. There is more about her. She can challenge. If someone talks about Bible verses, she'll come with her own Bible verses. She knows. She's God-fearing, like Prime Minister Andrew Holness. That's why leaders like that are needed in this world. Not leaders who will divide their people, who will divide the nation. We don't want leaders like that. Hang on. Let's play this video and hear what she said about climate change on that meeting so that you can even agree with me why I'm saying she is there to work with Prime Minister Andrew Holness, because you can see two leaders who are very strong. Listen and listen carefully as you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and shower your auntie with some love by clicking that like button so that we can grow and grow and grow and continue to bring organic stuff. Listen.
We have the collective capacity to transform. We're in the country that built pyramids. We know what it is to remove slavery from our civilization. We know what it is to be able to find a vaccine within 2 years when a pandemic hits us. We know what it is to put a man on the moon, and now we put in rover on Mars. We know what it is. But the simple political will that is necessary, not just to come here and make promises, but to deliver on them and to make a definable difference in the lives of the people who we have a responsibility to serve, seems still not to be capable of being produced.
I want just you to see the connection between Andrew Holness, PM of Jamaica, and PM Mottley of Barbados. Both of them, they've been there. One was the leader of CARICOM, chairman of CARICOM, and one is the current leader of CARICOM. And she made that speech in 2022 in Egypt, the time she was chair. I'll just read for you some of the quotes she made on that speech. Because that speech was long. Today is not much about that because we've heard already about those speeches. The simple political with that is necessary, not just to come here and make promises, but to deliver on them and to make a definable difference in the lives of the people whom we have a responsibility to save, seems still not to be capable of being produced. That's one quote. We have the collective capacity to transform. We are in the country that built pyramids. We know what is to remove slavery from our civilization. We know what it is to be able to find vaccine within 2 years when pandemic hits us. We know what it is to put a man on the moon. This world looks still too much like when it was part of the imperialistic empire. We believe that it is critical to address the issue of loss and damage. Hey, those are the powerful quotes. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Watch this video from the beginning till the end. Thank you very much for showering your auntie with some love and support. I told you today is 40 zeros, 40 O's, 40 zeros. As I repeat, because of your love. Thank you, thank you. Let's get to 5,000 plus. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. Why not? Because if you are looking for organic, this is where you can get organic. Thank you for watching. Once again, to my subscribers, I love you so much. Returning and new. Wow, you are so welcome. All the new subscribers. Welcome, 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 welcome. Because let's continue to hear what our leaders, who always believes in us, are doing for us. I will always praise the leaders who are there, showing me and the world that they are there to perform and they know what they are doing. They understand that they are here because of us people, whom we chose them. This is what it's all about. Thank you, thank you. God bless you abundantly. Ciao, ciao. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
From Kingston streets to the quiet hills, together in harmony, hear the joy we bring.